always say less than necessary, law number 4. And it's the fact that by talking too much in a meeting or in any kind of situation, you make people inadvertently smell weakness on you. And what I'm trying to say in my book is a lot of, and I say it in my last book, a lot of communication between humans is nonverbal.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
We feel, we sense something from you, and it communicates, and we have an impression.
So this is Robert Greene, and he is the author of the very well-known book, The 48 Laws of Power, which is a book that basically outlines human nature in a very cynical way, with the idea being that human beings are all very greedy and selfish at our core. But we also wear these masks to present ourselves in a way that is favourable to getting what we want, which is power in one form or another. And, you probably think to yourself, well, that's not me. I'm not greedy. I'm not egocentric. I'm a nice person. Right. Well, according to Robert, you're not. Right. Everyone is manipulative, whether you're consciously aware of it or not. So these laws apply to you. And the purpose of this book is to shine a light on what is otherwise a very taboo subject. Right. In fact, this book was actually banned in US prisons. And it's also received a lot of backlash from people saying that it's highly unethical.
48 Laws of Power, Law 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. So when I was preparing for this, I was reading these daily meditations, and I was actually shocked. I was really quite shocked by them. I was shocked by that one. And I was very unclear as a consequence as to your motivations. And so I was thinking, do I want to, I don't get this. I don't understand this exactly. It's like, This is very deceptive. And then I talked to my...
But here's the thing, this book has nothing to do with ethics. It's not about what's good or bad. It's about what's true, whether you like it or not. This is just how the world works. So it's about laws that are universally applicable to all human beings, regardless of things like culture and your own individual circumstances. And the way that he's expressed these laws is also in a very clear and simple way so that anyone can understand them. And the way he does that is by his strong use of emphasis. So, for example, we've got law number 1, never outshine the master. Law number 4, always say less than necessary. Law 5, guard your reputation with your life. So you can see that there is this tendency towards speaking in absolutes. Always do this, never do that. It's very compelling language, and it's all about the structure, right? The integrity. It's this very clear, fixed structure that's universal to all human beings. This is TI territory, right?
Yes, that they would, because I looked at stories from the Bible, from ancient Greece, from ancient China. I want not only just time, but culturally, that it's not just a book for people in the West, because I did take a lot of stories and ideas from Chinese strategists, etc.
Yeah.
So I believe that there is a universal quality to that. But things change in the world, The internet wasn't what it was in 1998 that it is now. I think there's certain underlying principles that are never going to change. And that was the subject of my last book, The Laws of Human Nature. Here are these laws, these things that are embedded in who we are, how we're wired, how we evolved from primates 100,000 years before we even had language. They're there, and they're going to be there forever. And, things change on the surface. We don't wear togas anymore, or we're not cavemen. But underneath it, we remain the same.
Even though it's about people, it's very detached. It's a system that you can follow without using your own feelings. Also, it's very generalized, right? It needs to be in order to be universally true. So, for example, you have law number 1, the concept of the master who you should not outshine. which is a very general term to refer to someone who has power in whatever the particular context is. And the idea being, if you outshine the master, right, usually inadvertently, say for example you're trying to impress your boss to make them think highly of you, inadvertently you just made them feel insecure. You made them question their own abilities, and as such they're going to try to distance themselves from you. Maybe you won't get promoted, but your colleague will, who's less skilled than you, right? It's all very political. And so yeah, that's the basic gist of the book. It's about power, but it's more of a longer term approach, more of a strategic approach. A lot of it is about knowing what not to do, right, or abstaining from doing certain things that could be detrimental. Interesting book. And I think he's an INTP, by the way. The reason I'm making this video is because I've seen him being typed as INFP, which I strongly disagree with. INTJ might make more sense, but the emphasis is on the conceptual clarity, right? It's very TI. It's about a universal system.